Good afternoon and welcome to SM Live, back for live stream Friday, show number 16. It's great to have you with us today. We've got some cool stuff as always this afternoon to show you. So my name's Chris Stott, so good to be with you again. I've got Howard with us as usual. So Howard, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well. Good afternoon, everyone.
Excellent. We've also got Annette, as usual, moderating. So Annette's with us for all your chat and comments that would come in. But we've also got Simon with us today as well. So Simon's also moderating with Annette. So you might see both names in the chat. So anyway, how are we doing? Good week, Howard?
Yeah, really good week. Really busy week. Lots of new customer, new introductions, new implementations, and loads going on for us. So really looking forward to showing some tricks today as well.
Yeah, it sounds like I suppose it's just entering the next period really with lots of implementations, and both from the dealer perspective, but also some of the OEM network-wide stock, which is excellent. So I know the team's been busy on a number of fronts, so that's good. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, just I was just going to say we've got loads of dedicated live streams coming up next week as well, following the new implementation. So really exciting and keeping us all really busy.
It's a good point to mention, actually. This is our sort of preferred method now for implementation rollout. So if your group is going live or a national stock sharing program, just let us know how we'll run this for you just to kick it off and get everyone up to speed as soon as we possibly can and get all the users engaged on the system. So it is really good to have your interaction on these sessions, so please feel free to ask anything in the chat. As I say, Annette's moderating with Simon as well, so just put a comment in the YouTube chat. That will then come through into the guys, and then we'll put that on the screen, and we'll be able to answer that and take any questions as we go. So as always, prompt to subscribe to the channel. We've got over 100 subscribers, which is great. Thanks everyone for doing that. Just keen to build the community now and kind of get the engagement and traction moving. So if you haven't done already, please click the subscribe. I reckon there's about half that watch these that has and half that hasn't. So there's quite a few out there that would benefit from subscribing. So please hit the button if you can. Okay, Howard, what have we got today? We're doing reporting, X-ray, and save views and things. That sounds good.
Yeah, we're going to go into reporting. So we're going to use column chooser. We're going to use grouping. We're going to go into, as you mentioned, we're going to go into the X-ray reporting as well. And we've got some of our new reporting suite that we're going to run through as well in a little bit more detail than we have previously. And then we've got some really good tools that the product team have been working on recently that have now gone live. So hopefully we'll get an opportunity to show that as well. Yeah,
brilliant.
Exciting.
Okay, well, if you want to get your screen ready, we'll do some screen share and put it out there and get started. So while Howard sets up, you mentioned a couple of key features there. The product team have been really working on some more of the self-serve resources inside SalesMaster, which is really it's excellent to complement some of this the live streams and the engagement we've got with new implementations. So it's exciting to see some of that, which we'll share today. Okay. Right.
I'm ready.
You're there. Good stuff.
I'm there.
Okay. Yes, we can see you logged in to
exactly
different environment. Yes. I think again that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've gone into our new live stream demo that I think we've used previously.
Yep.
But it's a really good one to use for these sessions. So
cool.
Great demonstration with lots of vehicles in it. But you'll notice down the left hand side here that we've got lots of new modules or functions on the left hand side here to show with help and reports, and some new features inside each of those modules as well. So as I mentioned, hopefully we'll get some time to show them today. Yeah, really
brilliant. Yeah, that's
exciting. But the first thing we're going to start with, we're going to jump straight into the vehicles, and we're going to go straight over to column chooser. So I'm just going to use just click on the three white lines just to open up the full view for everyone, which makes it a lot easier to see. But that's simply just a toggle to open and close that as required. So as I mentioned, straight up to Search Builder, which is the spanner, which is the second one in from the left. As you can see there, And once I click on that, we've done lots of reporting bits within this application and using Search Builder to use on specific searches. So, using all of the headers that are available to search within, which is, we've covered in some of the other previous live streams. So I'm just going to go straight into grouping results this time. And as I'm going to probably go a bit slower through these, but to see what's available for us. So, just catching on it. So sometimes I probably do this a little bit quick and jump straight to something to see. So you can see you can drill down, you can group the vehicles into a pivot table by all of these different headers that are available here. So you can see brands. We've got some enables from some of our media parties as well. So show me, group the vehicles or do a count on the vehicles that we're sharing with different areas. We've even got color and days in stock groups. Fuel. I think we've got model name in there as well, which we'll use today. Site obviously being quite a critical one when you're looking from an overview from a divisional perspective. You might want to see this detail by site, and then obviously the sold and sold by site grouping as well, which is really powerful. So the first one I'm going to pick on, you can search for these as well. So they do run alphabetically down the list, so they're pretty.
Yeah, it's a good point on that search actually, and that you can search. It doesn't even need to be the start of it. I think does it? If you just type in status, for example, it would pick up anything that's got where it features in it. So it's quite quick to find the field you're looking for.
Really straightforward to do that. As you mentioned, you start typing in status, and you can see there's various headers for that of what's available. So you can just keep drilling down through that, either through the filter search there, search builder side of it, or obviously by the grouping as well. So just looking for the brand, like so, and then I can just apply that, and you can see how quick that takes that that 31,000 vehicles and just groups them immediately for us across all those brands. So I've not put any search function in there at this stage, so I'm not looking for anything specific in these vehicles. I'm just saying, actually show me everything that we've got in the stock, and then group them by the relevant brands that we've got in this demo environment. So not a huge amount of brands, just the 6 brands we've got in there. But it does give you the ability to still search within them. So once you've grouped those vehicles, we can keep going down. So we could use something like, I don't know, the minus sold. Just remove all the sold vehicles, and you can see it's now just jumped down from that 31,000 down to nearly 18,000 vehicles. But you can see them in that sequence as well. So really straightforward to be able to do that within the list.
Nice.
So from here we can do lots of different things. As I just demonstrated, we can remove all the sold vehicles, so we're just looking at vehicles that are available for sale, or we can bring in some further headers. So at the minute we've just got the brand in a view, we've got the total count of those brands, and then we've just got a percentage of what what's made up in that total grand total of vehicles that we've got. So you can see there where the split is. So a lot more Audis than we have anything else within that. But if I jump back to column chooser now, you can see all of those headers that we've looked through before, and anyone that's got access to SalesMaster already will know this area of SalesMaster and how they can navigate through this to put on the headers that they want to see in their view. So I could go for the days in stock. Actually, just a reminder on that. These again run alphabetically, so you can see that there. So I can just go from account all the way down to year, like so, and then you've got days in stock range. So I can just pick that up from just pick them straight up. Or I can use the control function and just use that to search. You can see here the days in stock. Just one second.
Someone's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Well, I have a brief interlude while Howard answers the door, and mid-flow. I would take over, but I don't think I'm ready for screen sharing.
I'm back, so I apologise for that. So you can see I'm just going to bring in the days in stock by 0 to 60. I can bring in the days in stock from any range that you can see within there. So I've got 0 to 89, and then I can bring in the 90 to 79, and you can see it's it's formulating those as we go through as well, and just showing me out of all of those vehicles how many counts are in each of those areas.
And you've also got the average days in stock, because when it's the days in stock field itself on the list view turns into the average when it's a group by view, which is again another good indication. So if you were looking at just quickly trying to identify a stock issue across brands or across sites, you can quite clearly see that. And these are all dynamic. Will update as you do a search. They'll recalculate basically based on the criteria that you're then searching for.
Yeah, absolutely. So just bringing them through, and then we can just go down into more detail within those vehicles. But what we might want to do is just change the grouping at this stage as well. So if we go for model name, now there will be quite a list within that, because it's bringing through all those models across all of those brands that we've selected. But you see, it still keeps the criteria of the ranges where we're looking from the 0 to 89 and 90 to 179. But I can go down a bit further again and say, actually, I just want to have a look at the Audis within that range. So you can see here, it's counting them all for me. And I can sort that ascending and descending. So looking across all of our Audi vehicles that are not sold, the Q3 obviously sitting as the most vehicles that we have within that section as well.
Has this account got I've seen the DIS helper in as well on the search when you type in on the search itself near the Audi, if you type in DIS.
Yeah, so if you
can filter there as well.
Yeah. So you've got all of them as well. And lots of these bits are configured just for the demo account in this case, but can be easily added to a live production account.
Sure. And this is quite weighted to new car, probably looking at those ranges there where we're tracking things of consignment, stocking plans, etc., rather than used cars, which would probably have a different different days in stock measure.
Requirement. But you can see, when you're looking at all the helpers that are available, we just keep enhancing this all the time. As we add new columns or add new data information into the system, we want to just speed up the process for the user, just to be able to find these areas really quickly and get down to the detail really quickly as well.
And on that detail, drilling into those Q3s, can we go into a layer? Because they're all
drill down reports.
Yeah.
You just simply click on to the vehicles, and you can see straight away it will display or just look for the model name that is Q3. So it's just looking at those, but it's keeping the headers in there that I added in as well. So you can see actually it's a yes or a no whether or not it fits within 0 to 89 or 90 to 179. But we've also, if you notice on the right hand side, I've got the days in stock as a header. And I can move that, of course, and just bring that into, further onto the left hand side, so you can see, where those vehicles will fit. So make sure it's doing it correctly, which it certainly looks like it is, which is great. So where it fits within that as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so obviously giving you the ability, then you can sort ascending and descending. So actually, what's the oldest vehicle sitting at the top of that list? You can pick on that one immediately, and of course build reports or build offers on top of those vehicles as you need to.
Very good. And the obviously the rest of the searching, as we've always demonstrated, just works on top of that data as well. And the same with Search Builder. If you were looking for just that range of stock in between a certain days in stock, A and B, or less than 90, etc., that's all.
Yeah, so you're obviously using the days in stock, and as you mentioned earlier, you do have the ability, to go for status as well. So actually, you can look at a certain, just pick on the individual status where the vehicles sit, or you can, show where they're from and to as well on the vehicle status code even. So saying actually the status code is more than X. From a SLI or an Audi perspective, it's sort of status code 40 onwards that's deliverable this month, and the guys that use it in the different brands will know their own vehicle status codes as well, which are all available in SalesMaster.
Happy days. Okay. So, before, I suppose the other thing just to show while we're on that section, and you might need to, I've just if you go into X-ray, you might need to reload. I'm not sure, you might need to refresh your page here because I've just changed the setting there, Howard. So if you refresh that, you should be able to get into X-ray.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm again. So we just sorry. I better tell you where I'm going. So we were in Search Builder here with the spanner. We've just moved across to the graph here, which is X-ray reporting. So you can see as soon as I've clicked on it, I've not put in any criteria. So it's just looked at everything that we have in this data or in this environment. So picking on the fuel types and the vehicle status. How many it's counting on each of those, and of course the data and stock grouped that we showed a minute ago. So I'll just go down a little bit further. So I'll just choose the Audis again. So just to make it a little bit broad, visible for everyone, I can select on the sites, and it will just pull down the sites for me.
Fuel type's a great drill down on this one, actually, isn't it? I think that's what the product guys showed before. If you wanted to see just the electric or just the diesel, you can click into that to fire that search.
Yeah, you can. So you can simply do it by selecting up here, because it's another helper. So it will just show the 555 electric vehicles we have in the view or on the display. So going into the statuses, obviously, very recognizable statuses for SLI users, but and the same with the data and stock grouping. So really powerful. And one thing about this area here is we've chosen these 4 just from a demonstration perspective, but you can add in as many as you want into your X-ray reporting. But you can change them as well. So lots of the headers that are available in column choose can be chosen at or reporting suite as well. So if you wanted to change these around and move these around, we can do that for you as well as required. So it might be something around coverage that you want to bring in there as well. But we tend to find these are probably the most appropriate ones from an X-ray perspective.
Yeah, excellent. And next, where are we going next? So I suppose we've done brand, percentage of stock by brand, model and site, etc. We've shown some stock aging reporting and the quick drill down using X-ray. All really good stuff for kind of immediate measurement of and decision making on the stock. If we were looking at something across sort of more of a period, is that where you want to go next, or
I was gonna go straight into reports actually.
Yeah, so this is more. Yeah, so more looking for a trend over time rather than live real-time data. Yeah.
Obviously, using vehicles as we've demonstrated in the past, and most people that use SalesMaster will be very familiar with absolutely doing that and having reports that built spoke for them. We tend to try and help build some suites of reports from an implementation and a new go live within that. But using the new kind of reports area within SalesMaster here on the left-hand side just jumps me into lots of, as you mentioned, high level kind of reporting suite within that as well on these graphs. So you can see here with all the vehicles, lots of them within SalesMaster. This counting most of ours within this actually. What I'll probably do is I'll just jump into another one here. But you can see here that the graph looks like it kind of falls off a cliff, but the number isn't that big.
Yeah, the scale on the axis. It's not actually a big dramatic change, and actually reflects the some of that new car position right now. So this is across all of the platforms. Yeah, and that which you can see is starting to build back up, but actually it's probably starting to build back up as far as kind of not even getting the build slots, just adding into the report, because we're taking the stock from an ordered perspective. We track everything, even if it's not been given a build slot yet. Yeah, that's a good point. So when we say about stock, it's not just stock, as in physical or consigned. Even it's all pipeline as well, as you say. So including all the factory order. Okay.
Yeah.
Which explains why there's such a big variance as well, also on that stock type on the other graph that you've got there, isn't it? Why there's so many more new, because it's obviously including all the pipeline in addition, whereas the used is just the physical vehicles. So
Yeah, and you can see obviously, we've had a bit of that drop off, but actually, it's starting to build back up to the trend of where we were sort of at the beginning of last month. So this is a month's worth. I'll point out actually. So when you first go into reports, it scales it by the month for a full month, but you can see here you've got you can look at a day period, a week period, or a 7-day period, a month, 6 months, a year. And everything. So, I've just left it on the 1 month that's standard when you default when you first log in, which is good.
Cool. Okay,
then,
so we're getting into some of the exciting ones around sales activity. So yeah, these.
Yeah, so available vehicles. Obviously, again, looks like a really big graph change within that, but actually, when it comes to numbers, it's not massive, and you can see the recovery coming back up.
Yeah.
But more importantly, absolutely, the sales status of a vehicle change. So you can see the blue ones here in the graph are vehicles that have gone under negotiation in any particular day. So really encouraging to see nearly 4,500 vehicles went under negotiation in one particular day, which is the highest point there. But of course, then the red outline showing what vehicles were sold within that period as well. And they're live sales within the application. So they're vehicles that somebody has triggered to be sold throughout the day. Really powerful visual.
Well, it just shows. I know we did a live stream on omni-channel sales and kind of that sort of tight integration of reservations, live reservations, whether you're on the website or whether you're in the showroom, and kind of keeping everything in sync. But to see, there's always by over 2,000 vehicles being put on under negotiation. Looking at that data, isn't there? There's it's very widely used across the application. So, great to see. Even on one of the quietest ones, you've got 1,650 in a day, so it just shows the kind of usage.
And they look like you can see the drop off of a weekend. So within them as well.
Yeah, sure. No, really good, and great to see that people are getting benefit from that feature. Obviously, that's designed to be while you're transacting on a vehicle, but the sale isn't quite complete, just to protect that during that phase. But obviously, with a time trigger on it, so it doesn't conclude in a period you define, it will just revert back to being available again. So maximising the volume of stock across your sales team. Yeah. Okay.
Really good. Yeah, great. It's great next? To see. So when everyone just on that, everyone gets access to reports. So when you get into this area of SalesMaster, it's all based on your account. So shows all the activity across your own individual account, which is great. And then cross-site sales, so vehicles that are being sold from one site that belong to another. So again, we see some really good patterns within this as well. Obviously, you can pick out the weekends really easily, but you can see lots of vehicles that are moving, being sold, giving them full visibility through SalesMaster from of everyone's stock across the group. This really shows its
this is another good visual representation of again another live stream where you did talked about selling from a site that the vehicle was a salesperson in a different location to where the car is being stocked or destined, and that's basically showing the total of those. So again, really good to see that that utilization of the software providing those cross-site sales, because without that visibility, again, you ask what would happen? Would you factory order another car because you've not seen the one that you've got in stock at a different site, or worse still, not even get the order in the first place because the customer finds a car from a different place. So great to see that visually represented there.
Good. And then on the end here is the active users. So again, just showing the kind of graph of up and down on users interacting with the system throughout the month in this case.
Excellent. No, really good to see. And obviously, like Howard said, any of those, get in touch with us if you want some more information about this. These are configured in our standard setup, but it's always good to hear of different metrics that people are interested in tracking from the system, because that's how most of this has been developed from our own product team, but also from ideas of our customers and you guys using the system. So please feel free to suggest any that you'd like to see in there. Okay, well, should we switch while we? I suppose users is the next bit to end on. But do you want to? Should we just switch back to the cameras for a sec before we go into that?
Let's do that. Yeah, no, by all means.
Okay, so I think it was just worth really before we get into the users, because that sort of naturally flows in from that user reporting. But this has come effectively out of the last over 12 months worth of remote implementations, hasn't it? And scaling up in terms of much more SalesMaster implementations happening in parallel. So trying to get people up and running as quickly as possible. So the product guys have come up with some new initiatives to support that. Obviously, we've got these live streams as well. To do so, but what's it been like over the last few months with sort of some of these tools emerging?
Yeah, no, it's been great to have this. Obviously, to, as you mentioned, having the live streams and doing the dedicated live streams has been brilliant, because the interaction from the new implementation, and then of course rewatching those, being able to refer back to those videos. But now,
it's the next stage, really, isn't it?
Yeah. The functionality and the new feature of adding this in from the product team is fantastic to be able to, and we'll have a quick view on that in a minute, and we'll probably do a bit of a live session just purely on that at some stage. But having the user in the environment, being able to get that immediate help and that immediate support. Simply by just selecting what they're looking for, I think will really boost that kind of engagement and give them everything all the features that they can get their hands on.
Definitely, and I think the headline for this was always, whilst clearly we love speaking to you all as individual customers and that, but it's sort of trying to provide a scalable route to support the rollouts. So whilst we've got the help desk, obviously support at SalesMaster that you can get in touch with, the self-serve resources that are now being part of the application should allow you to either have an interactive guide in the system, and we'll as Howard said, we can preview that in a second, but also just creating and managing users. So either requesting a new user on the system, or if you've got somebody in your business to take ownership of the kind of the administration level of who's logging in and who's an active user and who's who's not active on the system, trying to spot trends of where maybe some more training is required to get the most out of the system, and sharing best practice and things. So, okay, well, should we have a quick look at some of that on the user stuff? That would be, I think, great. As you say, it's probably just a preview at this stage, and then we can share that at an upcoming stream. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll show a couple of bits actually. We'll show the help and a bit around the users as well. So
great. Okay.
Let me flick back.
Cool.
Hopefully, nice and slick.
Yes. Yeah, can see your screen. Excellent. And I can see you. Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Okay, so just back in the environment, as I mentioned here, so we've got the vehicles where we spend most of our time, in the stock or StockBook. Then the reports, and then obviously now this new help feature that we have in there, which is great. So it's actually a guided tour on different elements of StockBook and SalesMaster. So you can see here, an introduction into being able to search for a vehicle, advanced searching that they've created as well. So lots of really good, useful tips and help for. To take people through a bit of a guide in their own account, which is really good as well. And we've got some bits more on pricing and cap matching as well.
You may have seen these pop up for the new users when this has only been launched recently. Again, sort of product team are iterating. Steve's driving some of this activity, and we're sort of slowly feeding stuff in there. So please shout if there's something that you'd really like to be featured in that. We've done the sort of the first few, and you'll probably see those when you're in and around the system. So, but yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, really good. And then at the bottom here, we've had a new one added there as well. So which is the system access request. So this is really good as well. Obviously, mine is really full down here with lots of different bits of information. For people within the account, they will just have the ability to obviously sign out of the system, and now this system access request as well. So I will click on it to show everyone what that looks like. So you can see if you've got any out there that is completed or been cancelled, but you've got this big blue button on the right hand side to be able to request a new user. So hopefully this is going to really speed up that kind of process, and you'll see them in your list as you start to request new users.
So instead of having to go via support and create, you can just do that within the app directly now, and that will either be processed by SalesMaster support or by your nominated administrator for your SalesMaster account. Yeah,
absolutely. But if we just drill back and just jump back there, we can just have a quick look at the users within that as well.
Got a bit of screen flicker going on there, mate. I will just cut across from that for a second. So are you,
no, it's all right. It's
okay.
Hang on 1 second. I don't know what's happened there. There you go. I'm back. Not
That's
sure
someone knocking at the door again. That's caused your screen to flicker.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's going to be on the outtakes, isn't it? Excellent. Brilliant. So so in the users, just interestingly, with any area of SalesMaster, all the functionality, as I've mentioned before, is exactly the same. So you can see here, I've only got 4 users in this account, so all internal individuals within that. But you can see the search box is up there. We've even got the ability to download the list of users or even change the columns. So we can do that. We can go straight into Column Chooser and we can choose a number of new headers that we can add into our view. So if we wanted to see who'd done the most search counts, for instance, I think we'll probably know who's going to be at the top on the demo account. Should be you, Chris. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought it was going to be you. Yeah.
No, not on demo. On live, is
right?
Me.
Yeah. True.
But on demo, yeah. So you can see, quite a few. 136, but it just shows that you can just bring in new headers into that as well.
That's a really good. That's a really good metric for sort of managing engagement and sales. Quite often we would do that with you on an account review, and for those people, as I say, you can use this information yourself. So users admin users in your business can have access to this. It's easy to use. It's the same layout as StockBook, so it's, as Howard's shown, you can just drag in the columns through Column Chooser and use the search. But it helps identify if you want to, upskill or share best practice, because quite often the best or top performing salespeople are having the highest search count. So because it's just showing how they're getting the most out of the system. So yeah.
Yeah, and you see that with the interaction from vehicles under negotiation. So using the report suite by site and seeing that as well. Vehicles that have gone under negotiation or sold within a period. Obviously within the vehicle records as well. Normally matches the engagement from a or the search counts from a site perspective as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of these tools really do help to home in on areas where you want to put a bit more focus. And having all of that new help on the left hand side here is great, and also the live streams that we have going on all the time really help.
And we can do that. We'll monitor a bit of that from our end and sort of prompt where we think necessary. But also, again, if you want to get in touch, if you want us to run a session like this for your business, then more than happy to do so. It's a good way of getting the message out to a large number of people and having the interactive session. And of course, it's recorded as well, so you can share it for anyone that can't attend. So just let us know on that. Good. Okay. Well, excellent. That's pretty much us for today, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just jump back.
Excellent.
I think we've covered everything that we needed to do, and obviously the knock at the door proved that it's all live.
Well, I took us live about 2 hours ago, actually, accidentally. So it's just a picture of me staring at the screen. So sorry if anyone had the link changed at the last minute there. That was a bit of testing going. I'll probably blame Simon for that one, because we were trying to get Simon on the system for moderating.
Let's blame someone else. I'm certainly going to blame someone for knocking on my door, because I can't do that for me. So, but yeah, it's great. Working at home. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been great to have you with us. As I say, if you've not managed to catch it live, just get in touch, watch it on our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, send your comments in, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. So thanks again, Howard, as always. And
no problem. Thanks, guys.
Have great weekends. Bye for now.